kind of summarize all of this, like we've kind of gone through a few different eras of creative life, right? And the one thing that is, I think, often assumed to be the stable ground was that, you know, you're Patti Smith, you come to New York in the 1970s, the rent is low, the cost of living is low, you can afford to work part-time in the service industry. Like there's, I mean, interviews with canonized artists that are like, I came to New York in the 70s, I waited tables 3 days a week, I paid rent in a apartment and a separate studio, and made experimental unsellable video work. It's that doesn't fucking exist anymore.
No.
Everyone I know, like, they live with 3 roommates, they work 6 days a week. They can't afford to make anything that's not on a laptop. The conditions for making creative work have just become prohibitive because of political issues, because the cost of living has exploded. So there's no solve within the creative market or anything like that. And you start to take a step back of like, what was the indirect subsidy that allowed good culture to happen? It was social democracy. It was New Deal liberalism. It was the compromise between labor and capital that basically was broken in the 1980s with Reagan and Thatcher. And that's why we're in the situation that we're at today. So you can't really find any solution in terms of like institutional funding or creative market like Patreon stuff. It's like, this is actually at the end of the day a political struggle. And what we're observing in culture is kind of the indirect casualties of a war on behalf of the capitalist class against working people.
And